So the second question, can marginal utility be negative? Briefly explain with examples. So the answer is yes. The marginal utility can be negative. And why? According to the law of diminishing marginal utility, as goods or services obtained increases, the marginal utility obtained from each additional unit of goods or services decreases. And let's move on to the examples. So the table and the graph here can shows you how the marginal utility can be negative. And for the graph here, this curve is the total utility, while this line sloping downwards represents the marginal utility. And when the first units of goods or services obtained, the total utility will be 20 utils, and the marginal utility will also be 20 utils per unit. And by looking at the graph here, when the first units of goods or services obtained, the total utility will be 20 utils, and also the marginal utility will also be 20 utils per unit. However, when the second units of goods or services obtained, the total utility will increase from 20 utils to 35 utils. However, the marginal utility will decrease from 20 utils per unit to 15 utils per unit. And you can see here, when the second units of goods or services obtained, the total utility will be 35 utils, and the marginal utility will decrease from 20 utils per unit to 15 utils per unit. And these situations will happen until the 6 units of goods or services obtained. And you can see that the total utilities for the 6 units of goods or services obtained will be 45 utils. And compared to the 5 units of goods or services obtained, it decreased from 50 utils to 45 utils. And therefore, it affects the marginal utility to decrease from 2 utils per unit to -5 util per unit. And you can see here, when the 6 units of goods or services obtained, the total utility will be 45 utils here. Compared to the 5 units obtained, it decreased from 50 utils to 45 utils. And the marginal utility for the 6 units of goods or services obtained, it also decreased from 2 utils per unit to -5 utils per unit. And all this happened because of the law of diminishing of marginal utility.